High heels, very trendy at the moment. Gwyneth Paltrow could be one of those that might be able to experience this. We know high heels lovers have gone through this many times. There you are, wandering along in your stilettos when this happens. Your heel snaps off. Now, most of us would shrug it off as annoying, maybe go and put our foot in a bit of cold water, but our next guest took things further. When Sophie King's high heel broke during a night out, causing her to fall and break her ankle, she sued the shoe manufacturer and has won £7,000 in compensation. And Sophie is with us this morning. You poor old thing.
I know.
So what happened? You were out for the night?
Yeah, I was on a night out. It was my friend Chris's birthday, so we were out in Manchester with all my friends. And I just got off the tram and my heel snapped.
And this was a brand new pair of shoes?
Brand new, first time I'd worn them, and within about 10 seconds of walking, just snapped right off.
So at the time, did you know those are the shoes in question, aren't they?
Similar to those.
Yeah, very similar to those, okay. So at the time, did you think, right, I've really done myself some damage? Did you know that?
Well, I knew it was painful, but I'm so clumsy, like I'm always spraining my ankle, and I've had broken bones before and like injuries and things, so I just thought maybe I'd sprained it a little bit, and I didn't want to ruin the night for my friends, so I kind of just thought I'd be a trooper and carry on.
But it was actually rather nasty.
Yeah.
Tell me what happened.
Well, once I got to the bar, I had a couple of drinks and thought maybe I'll be okay, but then it just started to swell up, and the next thing I knew I was in an ambulance being taken to hospital, and my ankle was the size of a football. So.
Oh. And you had to have surgery?
Yeah, I had it in plaster for a few months, and when they took it off, it was not healing properly, so they had to put 2 screws in, which is going to be like a lifelong injury.
Which is miserable, because you loved sport.
Yeah, I
netball.
did.
Is that all gone now?
Not all gone. I mean, at university I tried netball, but I've got to take it easy, because like doing sport for more than an hour, for example playing in matches, it's just too much for my ankle. It just starts to ache after about 20 minutes.
So you decided to contact Dulcis, the shoe company, and take things further. It was a long, drawn-out process.
Yeah,
How long did it take? 3 years. 3 years of fighting for this. But eventually, they said that it was a faulty shoe.
Yeah. Well, they admitted right from the start that it was their fault. It was a manufacturing problem. The heel was not attached to the shoe properly. So from there, the lawyers said it would be relatively easy, because they'd accepted the blame from the get-go. So.
Yeah, but relatively easy in legal terms still means sometimes 3 years of fighting, doesn't it? That's
exactly.
the problem. Well, let's talk now to personal injury solicitor Aman Johar, who's in Staffordshire for us this morning. Good morning to you. A lot of people wear high heels. A lot of people experience this. Could it be that they could also take similar action against shoe companies?
Possibly, but I certainly don't think it will open up the floodgates. Reason being is, in this particular case, Sophie had just purchased the shoes, and it was the first time she actually wore the shoes. The shop also, quite soon after the incident, also admitted that there was a defect with the high heels as well, so it's fairly unusual, to be honest.
Right, now Sophie was protected by the Sale of Goods Act. That's because they were brand new, the shoes, you say. So that's something you'd have to bear in mind if you wanted to take up this action yourself, is that right?
Sorry?
She was protected by the Sales of Goods Act, I understand.
Yes, that's correct, yes. Yes, because it's a defective product, you would be covered by the Sale of Goods Act. So, yeah, absolutely, that's correct.
OK, so for people that were interested then in pursuing something like this, what would you advise them to do?
Well, what I would advise them to do, if it was quite soon after the purchase of the shoes, then they can contact solicitors to try and find out whether or not they have a claim. But certainly at the injury lawyers, we never pursued a claim of this nature, because it's not that common, to be honest. If the shoes are fairly old and it's an old product, then the claim is probably less likely to be successful. I think in this case it's very important to stress that it was the first time Sophie actually wore the shoes.
Exactly, and I guess when you're wearing high heels, you do know that there are problems can occur. We all know they're not great for our feet, don't we? GMTV has made every effort to contact Dulcis and their solicitors to get their side of the story, but they've been unable to provide a statement for us. So you've now got this money. What are you doing in terms of looking after your ankle now? Are you back on high heels, or...?
I am just about back on high heels. The last few months I've dared to venture out in them, and they're only wedges, because I do not trust stilettos anymore.
No.
Never again.
OK. And what would you advise other people to do in your situation?
Just to be careful when wearing high heels and check the heel before you go out, that it's not loose, so you don't fall over and do the same as me.